Welcome to This Week in Palm Bay. I'm Rosie.
And I'm Buzz. We begin with a remarkable housing highlight that positions Palm Bay in a class of its own across the entire state of Florida.
The latest national real estate metrics have landed, and Palm Bay ranks 13th overall in the United States for home purchase affordability, scoring is 68.58.
What makes this truly significant is that Palm Bay is the absolute only municipality in Florida to break into the national top 20. Even with the rising insurance premiums and property tax realities facing home buyers statewide, Palm Bay remains an entry-level stronghold.
But as our housing market draws national attention, municipal operations are undergoing a massive transition, starting with school security. The City of Palm Bay's partnership with the Brevard County School Board to provide school resource officers is officially coming to an end.
This concludes a multi-year budget dispute over underfunded SRO agreements. Historically, the city provided sworn officers, and the school board reimbursed a portion of their salaries. But the financial deficit grew unsustainable, with the city absorbing tens of thousands of dollars per officer while facing critical road patrol staffing shortages.
The City Council voted 3-2 to reject the underfunded contracts, prioritizing Patrol Division recruitment. In response, Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey stepped in, declaring that deputies will secure Heritage High, Bayside High, and Southwest Middle School starting July 1st using state safe school funding. Palm Bay Police will retain calls for service jurisdiction.
It is a critical transition, Rosie, especially as Brevard Public Schools navigate severe budget shortfalls. The district is implementing a 7% staffing reduction, projected to eliminate up to 350 teacher and staff positions for the upcoming school year.
Meanwhile, on-campus security measures are expanding. BPS is actively discussing the expansion of the open-gate weapons scanners to all middle schools, following a recent handgun interception by an SRO at Palm Bay Magnet High.
On the municipal side, the Palm Bay Police Department is solidifying its leadership structure with 3 major promotions. Nicholas Shapansky has been promoted to Deputy Chief of Police after serving since 2009.
Additionally, U.S. Air Force veteran Virginia Kilmer has been promoted to Commander of the Support Services Division, and SWAT Sniper Team Lead Anthony Farmer has been promoted to Lieutenant and Night Shift Watch Commander.
With the department reinforcing its leadership ranks, the city is also moving to address critical safety on the streets. Major traffic upgrades are officially on the way for the Northwest Corridor.
That's right. The City Council has approved the contract for the $845,000 traffic signalization project at the intersection of St. John's Heritage Parkway and Emerson Drive, a major safety upgrade funded entirely by transportation impact fees.
And speaking of public safety, let's turn to the crime desk. A swift arrest has been made in a worship center vandalism case. Michael Williams, age 53, was arrested after allegedly hurling bricks through 11 windows and a door at the house church on May 24th, arriving at the scene in a stolen 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass.
But the largest developing stories are in the civil courts, where the city and Palm Bay Police are facing 2 separate civil rights lawsuits alleging serious police misconduct, database misuse, and municipal liability.
The first, filed in state court on May 28th before Judge Samuel Bookhart III, is Wright v. City of Palm Bay. Plaintiffs William A. Wright and Santa Isabel Wright allege that 3 officers conducted an unreasonable, warrantless search of their residence, executed an unlawful detention without probable cause, and used excessive physical force.
This is an absolute political bombshell, Buzz. Co-plaintiff Santa Isabel Wright is a prominent local community leader and an active, announced candidate running for Palm Bay City Council Seat 5.
And her direct opponent in the Seat 5 race is the incumbent, Deputy Mayor Mike Jaffe. This means she is actively suing the municipal administration she hopes to join, and her legal opponent is the head of the very city council she seeks to unseat.
Adding to the drama, she successfully applied for indigent status in this lawsuit just days before the candidate qualifying window opens on June 8th. Under the Palm Bay Charter, candidates cannot qualify via petition. They must pay the qualifying fee exclusively using a check drawn from a designated campaign account. It creates an extraordinary financial and legal contrast for the voters.
In federal court, another major civil rights case is advancing. In Henderson versus City of Palm Bay, Titusville police officer Kwanzaa Henderson alleges that former Palm Bay officer Christian Gabriel Lind illegally accessed his confidential records through the state David database without authorization, disclosing them to Henderson's employer for personal reasons to cause professional harm. Returns of service processed this week show both the city and Lind were served by the U.S. Marshal, establishing a formal response deadline of Friday, June 5th. Henderson's prior motion for an emergency temporary restraining order was denied due to an unexplained 2-year delay in filing and the redundancy of ordering evidence preservation when a legal duty to preserve already exists.
We will track both cases closely as municipal responses are filed next week. Let's transition to the community roundup, starting with library events at the Port Malabar branch, overseen by head librarian Elena Barefoot.
The library is hosting an Introduction to Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesdays for ages 10 plus and Community Support Advocate Hours with Dr. Lisa Montgomery on Tuesdays, June 2nd and 16th for housing and SNAP outreach.
Also scheduled at Port Malabar are Sit and Knit on Mondays, June 1st and 15th, the Read and Meet Book Club on Thursday, June 4th, and a dinosaur-themed summer preview party on Thursday afternoon.
On the recreation front, the community is invited to an eat and greet with newly appointed Police Chief Jeff Spears on Friday, June 5th at Lowe's on Malabar Road, featuring local food trucks.
Also on Friday evening, the Ted Whitlock Community Center is hosting an outreach open house to shape future recreation programs, while renovations at Driscoll Park are extended through June 30th.
Don't forget the Turkey Creek Sanctuary Tours on Tuesday, June 2nd, and the start of summer hours at the Palm Bay Aquatic Center. It is a packed week ahead.
That is This Week in Palm Bay. I'm Rosie.
And I'm Buzz. We will see you next week.